Tens of thousands of protesters have marched again through downtown Moscow to keep up the pressure on Prime Minister Vladimir Putin 1 month before the presidential election that could extend his rule for 6 more years. As many as 120,000 people turned out for the third and likely largest mass demonstration since Putin's party, United Russia, won a disputed parliamentary election on December 4th with the help of what appeared to be widespread fraud. Although the temperatures chilled the air, the anti-Putin protesters appeared fired up.
As you see, the bad weather predictions proved wrong, and Father Frost played on the people's side and not on Putin's side, strangely enough. People came in the same numbers as to the previous huge protests, and the government has to take this into account because it's dangerous for any government, even for the Putin government, to ignore the demands of its own people.
The demonstrators are calling for a rerun of the December election and on voters not to cast their ballots for Putin in the first run of presidential voting on March 4th. There are currently 3 registered candidates running against Putin, who seeks to avoid a second round of voting by garnering over 50% of the vote. Meanwhile, across the city, police said nearly 90,000 people turned up at a rally in support of Putin. Supporters of the ex-KGB spy say he is the only one to save the country and to make life easier for ordinary people.
We are saying that the strongest one should win, the one who has the most comprehensive program. This is our choice, and this is our country. This is our freedom. This is not their American and Western fake democracy which they want to impose. We will decide ourselves who will be our president, but they will not decide for us. Glory to Russia!
Putin recently announced that he may not get the 50% he needs to win in the first round of voting. Opinion polls show support for Putin between 40 and 50%, and if he fails to get a majority, he will face a runoff on March 25th, most likely against the Communist Party candidate, which he would most likely defeat.